how you can get reviews uh, from your friends and family safely on Amazon without getting your account suspended and without sounding pushy, because I know that asking for reviews from your friends and family can be a little bit awkward and embarrassing at some point. So whether it's your side hustle or full-time job to sell on Amazon, it could be a little bit awkward. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do this in a very casual manner without without sounding very pushy. So the first step is, what you want to do is you want to understand Amazon's terms and policies about the reviews. Obviously, getting reviews from friends and family is against the Amazon terms of service, so you have to be very careful. The first thing that I would do is, you know, avoid any friends or family you know, who I'm sharing the same address with, same computer, or the same Wi-Fi, or even if I have cousins or family members who's got the same last name. I would avoid super close friends or family members, because it's very likely that, even if you're not sharing a computer or Wi-Fi password right now, but maybe in future you may do that, so that can get you in trouble. So try to avoid super close friends, and the friends that you want to target, who are on your Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, who are, who went to high school with you, or college with you, or who work with you, stuff like that. So these are the friends, that you want to make a list of first. That is the step number two. So make a list. You don't want to contact all of them at once, because we don't know, how many reviews you're gonna need, how many of them are gonna say. So do not send message to entire list. Make a list. I have about 2000 friends on my Facebook. Just Facebook alone, I have 500 people on my Instagram. So I don't want to reach out to all of them, so I would make a list of only 100 people that I think I can uh, get a review from. And also I have a connection, I have made some sort of connection or met them or talked with them in the past, 6 months to year or year and a half. So those are the people, that I will be reaching out first. So make a list of your friends and family that you're going to ask uh, reviews from. Okay, so that is your second step. And the third step, sorry, this should be the third step. So how do you craft a message? So this is really important, because you want to do it in a super casual way. So just reach out to them first. Your initial message is going to look like, hey man, long time no see, how's everything going? Right? So they would respond, hey man, doing good, what about you? Try to do this with people who are online on Facebook or Instagram, wherever. So try not to send this message to those people who have not been recently active on Facebook or Instagram. So try to do that only with people who are like online. That's what my priority going to be. Like if they're not online, maybe people who were like recently online. So send this message, and then once you get a response, hey man, what about you? Just say something like that. Hey, nothing much, man. Or you can change that if the other person's a female. So like, hey, nothing much, man, I've been working on something new and super cool, and I thought you might be interested. I have got this product, whatever that product is, and I'm looking for a few friends who could use it and give me some feedback. Would you be up for trying it out? Right? So just say it like that and see what they say. Right? Most of them would say like, yeah, that sounds that sounds interesting. Some people, so only send this message to those friends who are very likely to say yes. Who would just like, we don't want to ask for a lot of sellers. They do this mistake. They would just ask for a review and talk about all those reimbursement part and everything, on the first message, and they have very, you know uh, sometimes, friends just don't respond to a message, because it's it's some sort of, you're asking for a time investment. You're asking them to, make a purchase, use their credit card, and it's kind of, do not ask that. So you always want to take one step at a time and get a little bit of, confirmation. So in this one, you're saying, hey, would you be up for trying it out? You haven't said much. And they would say, yeah, that sounds interesting. What about, what's the product about? Tell them, about your product, what it does, what are the benefits, and how it makes, how it's like unique product. And just say, hey, I figured it might be something useful for you, and your thoughts could really help me out. Plus, it's a chance for me to get some honest feedback. Would you be open to giving it a try? You know, like your every message, you're getting a little bit of, agreement, and you're not really sounding pushy as well. You're just, it's a very casual and friendly, conversation at the same time, right? So get the response. They would be, either they could say, hey man, I'm out of country, maybe when I come back, we'll try it that time, something like that, right? That could be a soft no. Or they could be like, most of the time, what I have noticed, they would say, hey man, yeah, I would love to help. How does that work? Right? So you say, awesome, it's available on Amazon. So what you guys can do, you can also extend it. You can have, like, depending on how your relationship is with your friend or that family member, you can sneak in some other, pieces of conversation. But whenever this is a pitch time, this is a really important time right now. So if you feel like it's already, you know uh, I can't really give you this entire script for each, and because you have your own relationship with those people. So this is uh, the important time over here. So based on your relationship, your previous conversation, you can transition into this pitch. Okay, so once that person says, your friend says, yeah, I would love to help, how does it work, then you say, awesome, it's available on Amazon for $30, and I will reimburse you the money as soon as you buy it. Just tell them, just like, hey, it's available on Amazon for like $20 or $30, and I'll give you the money, I'll reimburse you the money as soon as you buy it. Okay, and once you had a chance to use it, I would appreciate your thoughts. And hey, no pressure, honesty is the key. I'll guide you through the process. Thanks a ton. Right? So now, since that person has, I know it's a friend, even though, it's a friend, they shouldn't say no. But uh, you know we're trying to avoid close friends, so they may say no. And some, I have seen, like 10 to 20% of the time, the friends would just say no for some reason, or they would stop responding. But now you have got like agreement at every single step. Now, it's very difficult for them to say no, right? So they would be like, hey, sounds good, I'll keep an eye out, for the message. Oh no, I changed that a little bit. So this would be, I'm going to delete that because that was a different script. So they would say, yeah, sounds good, happy to help, right? So what you tell them, like, hey man, thanks a lot, I really appreciate your willingness to check it out. And if you're available right now, we can order it from Amazon, and I'll send you the money right away. It will only take like a couple of minutes. So yeah, so you're like, yeah, for sure, yeah, let's do that. And then you tell them, like, hey, if you're in front of your computer, search for this keyword. Give them a keyword where your page, your product can be found on at least the second or third page. So the reason I like to do that, because you're also doing search find by method, which will help you get more ranking, right? So I'm trying to kill two, birds with one stone. And also it will make the buying behavior look very legitimate, and the reviews are very likely to stay. Because sometimes sellers, just send a link and they're like, hey, purchase this product, which does not really help that much. You can get a review, which may stick on Amazon, but this is absolutely the best way. Get them to search for your product, or search for a keyword, and then try to find that a product, right? And if your product is nowhere to be found on, second, first, or third page, then try to send them a keyword with your brand name. Okay, so this should, get your product at least on the first page, top of the, search results. So then, they can make a purchase. And always send them a product photo that they can easily identify, right? So once they have made a sale, right, give them the money like right away. You don't want to make them wait, because it could, they are your friends, and you want to keep a very healthy relationship too. So try not to, make them wait super long. Just give them the money right away. Say, thank you very much, man, like, let me know once that product arrives. right? So what they're going to do, they're going to let you know, like, maybe 2 or 3 days later, that the product arrived, whether they loved it or not. And that's where our next step is. Step number 4, getting a review. So what you want to do, message your friend after 2 to 3 days of receiving the product, if they haven't done so, and get their honest feedback, like, hey man, what do you think? So this is going to be their, like, honest feedback, which will help you improve your product for the next shipment. And if, like, your product, like, really really suck, I wouldn't really ask for a review, right? If they give me, like, good feedback, then I would ask for a 5-star review. If they give me, like, little bit of, like, they say good things about it, and they also say a little bit of, constructive feedback, then you tell them, like, hey man, I would definitely, go ahead and improve this in my next shipment. This was really really helpful. Just say thank you, and just then at the even if they gave you some constructive feedback on things that could be improved, still ask them if they have liked, a little bit other parts of the product. Just, hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and get this improved. Hey man, if you could give me a 5-star review, that would really mean a lot. It would help me, establish, on Amazon. So you can still ask for a review if they have liked your product and gave you some feedback for improvement. If they have said, like, all positive, definitely ask for a review. Do not ask for a review if they absolutely hated the product, okay, which happens very rarely, because technically they got product for free, right? So 99% of the time you should be able to ask for a 5-star review, right? So what you want to do before you ask for a 5-star review, this is something I would like you to consider. Double check your sales velocity, and check out the ratio of reviews to sales. Because if you have only made 10 sales and all those 10 sales came from friends and family, do not ask for review from all of them. Just ask for a review only from one, and keep the other 9, for future ask, right? So once those 10 friends, they have bought your product, ask for a review only from one. And as when you're getting some more sales from PPC, let's say you get, let's just say 15-20 more sales in the next 2 or 3 days, that is the time then you want to ask your second friend to leave a review, then your third friend to leave a review. So you get all those 10 reviews in a span of, maybe a month and a half or 2 months, if your sales are slow. If your sales are, like, really really good, if you're, like, selling 10-15 units from day one, you can get one review a day from your friends as well. So just double check uh, reviews to sales velocity. On Amazon, the average review to raise sales to review velocity is, like, 3 to 4 reviews per 100 sales. uh, but you can push it to 7 or 8. In some cases, you can push it to 10 if it's a brand new launch, but do not go more than 10%, because that could get, Amazon could get very suspicious. So that's it, in this video. I hope this was helpful, uh, and feel free to change the script based on, your relationship with the friend or family, or the situation, or whatever it could be. Do not, this is just to give you guys an idea. This is not an exact script, but it is a really strong foundation for you to start a conversation with your friends. So that's pretty much it in this video. See you guys the next one.